Because then we're live now, I guess. That's it. You're gonna make fun of my countdowns, then we're not gonna do a countdown, then we're just gonna go live without you guys knowing. That's how it's gonna work.
Hi
Hello,
guys.
everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. We're back with another game of D&D. Dur.
Are you guys excited about a new game of D&D?
Yeah. We're delivering no more babies today.
You needed oh.
Yes, we're almost up to date on our sessions on YouTube. Session 11 went live yesterday, and this being session 13, session 12 is going to go live in the future, but it's going to take me a little bit more time because of some technical difficulties we had during stream. So I still have to figure, oh great, my headset's empty, that's good.
Great.
So that will be up soon. In the meantime, I will be uploading the start of the Pathfinder game, that Pathfinder Kingmaker that I've been playing with Jens, and also the Call of Cthulhu games that I've been playing with Robin will also be uploaded pretty soon when I actually get to re-record the cutscenes because those were broken.
Yeah. So if you want to see me shit my pants in this very scary game, please join us on our YouTube.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. We're having a lot of fun playing that. So yes, I have nothing else to talk about right now. So unless anyone else has something to say, I'm just quickly going to check something. Miss DM, what type of maps are we using today? Because then I'll just change the overlay real quick.
The maps that we're going to be using today is probably Incarnate. It just depends what you gotta do.
Right. Well, tell
Let's
me
just
if I have
do
to change it.
Incarnate. Yeah, we'll do it.
Okay. I'll just keep the Incarnate one up for now. Okay, well, with that, I think...
If we check if all of our voices can actually be heard on stream, because that's what went wrong last time.
That is a good question.
Checked, yeah.
But they should be.
Right. Yeah.
Chat, let us know. Are we all
Yeah, we are
loud?
whole, hearable.
Test 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, this time I actually made sure it was correct.
I hope someone will tell us if they can't.
Yeah. Okay.
That would be helpful.
I think that, again, that is my spiel. I'm now going to change the battery on my headset. So whoever's going to do something, go for it.
Okay, so I will be kicking off the summary of last time for you guys. So we started off leaving the Thirst Fields, the damned place that had given us a great challenge in fighting and curing the werewolves and breaking my bike. We left this place, moving to the Silver Cut Highway, and on the road Lux noticed something in the woods. A monstrosity like I've never seen before, some big-ass insect monkey interrupted our path. Lux summoned tiny glistening blue dragons out of her hair, which was actually pretty awesome. I don't know what they were, but they helped us fight the insect. And during the fight, the animal dug itself into the ground, which made it very hard to track and fight as well. After Xanamin grilled the animal with your fire spell, which was actually amazing, we continuously damaged it as we worked together as a real pack. At some point, I got very confused, which is not very new to me, but it made me move and attack involuntarily, which was very weird. Eventually, we killed the creature, and after forcefully removing some of its plates which we took because they looked like they could be used for armor or a shield, we figured out that the big monkey bug wasn't from the local area, as none of us had seen something like this before. Even Alduin and Xanamin, who are much smarter than me, didn't know what it was. So I don't think I can figure this one out for you guys. On the road, I had a little talk with Lux. She told me that the Archer will probably be proud of me, and that the events in the Thirst Fields had proven that I am at least part good. I don't know if I believe her yet, as I did stick my pike in some innocent people. The rest of our travels were quite uneventful, though somewhere on the road we encountered human-horse crossbreeds, which sparked a little bit of an interesting conversation in the group. I tried asking the group about how it could be possible for humans to fornicate with horses, but they changed the subject very fast. I know that humans and orcs can reproduce, hence that's where I came from, but I've never heard about human and horses. Anyway, they blew it off with something that's not important, so I'll just scoot it to the back of my mind for now. Eventually, we reached Westrun, a town full of bright white buildings, big towers, and a lot of people. A lot of people. At the gate, they asked us for our names and our plans in the city, and the lady told us not to eat the stew in the Sunkissed Tavern, which I'm going to try anyway. Very weird stuff happens in this city. We got nearly run over by a big stampede of brightly colored oxen, and it seemed to be that the people in the city knew about it, but we didn't. So Alduin got kind of trampled. And I mean, you're fine now, so I guess we did well. After this, we met some goblins in a very strange way. A little goblin man came running up asking for help. We found out that this woman was actually having a baby in an alleyway. And as for a surprise, Alduin makes for a perfect midwife. And I suddenly remembered the nursing song of the goblins that I used to live with. So I sang for the woman. Alduin used all kinds of stuff to help the woman, and Xanamin and Lux used their expertise to guide us through the entire experience. Full and very gross. It took some time, some nails in my hand, and expert work from Alduin, Lux, and Xanamin, but we helped her deliver the baby safely. The goblins, I believe called Us and Dias, were very thankful. They offered us some help and some of their stuff, but knowing what kind of hard life they must have had coming from their heritage in a city like this, we chose to help them. I bought some of their stuff and got them to the point they might be able to get a house and maybe build up their life from there. They told us that they were planning on building a shop, I believe, which they called the Second Hand. And I believe we will visit that later after we head for the Sunkissed Tavern now, I think. Right?
Right.
Yeah, you were chatting with Madeline.
Yeah.
We're about to. Wow.
Let's see what she has to say.
All right. So, let me see. So, you all are currently in the tavern, in the Sunkissed Tavern and Inn. Let me get nice tavern music for this. I have that. There you go. Yep, okay. There we go. So, you're currently in the Sunkissed Tavern and Inn, and Madeline was sitting there. The last you've heard of, the last I said at the end of the session last time was that you finally arrive, bruised, covered in blood and dust, and exhausted by a day filled with traveling, walking through a city you were not entirely sure you were prepared for. You look around in this tavern, which is packed with farmers, travelers in plain clothing, and suddenly you see the bright white teeth of Madeline flashing an amused grin your way. She raises her glass and shouts, "Welcome to Westrun!" A mousy, brown-haired girl with a skittish demeanor is sitting next to Madeline. She cringes as soon as she hears the dark-skinned cleric shout at you all. That's where we left off.
Okay, I'll start off by nodding at Madeline, and I'll head straight to the bar to get ale or something strong for the party.
All right, yeah. So you asked the barman that you would like some ale, something strong. It will cost you. Well, there's a ale, and it will cost you about like 5 copper per big mug of ale. And he does have some whiskey in barrels. That would be 2 silver pieces a glass.
I'll have 10 ale and maybe 5 glasses of the strong stuff. If you could just get it on the table.
Okay, yeah, no problem. So soon, within moments, at the table, he does ask which table. You probably point at the table of Madeline. And he will soon arrive with about 4 mugs of ale and 1 glass of strong whiskey.
Cheers.
That'd be 8 copper and 2 silver pieces.
Gladly pay up.
All right, no problem. That's it. Madeline looks at you all expectantly.
So, you must be Sophie. I'm Lux.
Sophie is kind of like an angsty teenager, doesn't really want to shake your hand, but Madeline just shoves an elbow in her side and she sticks out her hand. Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you too. You had quite a run.
Yeah, I guess.
You okay?
Do I look like I'm okay?
Does she look like she's okay?
Well, cursory glance over
Sweating.
her person, you do notice that her clothing's quite tattered, though mended in several places. She looks pretty exhausted, a little bit run down, and like she's not having the best time of her life right now.
You look like most human teenagers, I guess.
She doesn't say anything.
Hi, by the
with
way,
her.
I'm Brion.
Yeah, great. We can't hear you, Vincent.
I'm Alduin, by the way. Why are there 2 bards playing the exact same tune but a little bit out of sync?
I don't know.
Are you playing the exact same songs out of sync?
Is
by
it
accident?
still? No, I was just playing one song.
Is this just my roll 20 maybe? I'll just reload real quick. It sounds real weird.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's like basically like they're just out of sync.
I don't hear it. I just hear the one. Are you drunk?
Maybe, I don't know. I'm just reloading. We'll see.
All right.
Do you see 2 of them, or?
All right. Anyways, let's continue. So Madeline is just watching you all expectantly. She's drinking from her mug of ale, and then eventually, after the pleasantries are exchanged, and she has coached the sullen teenager into introducing herself like a mother who's also not pleased with the behavior of a child. She looks at Alduin and she says, I presume, with the chipper attitudes of all of you, that you've handled everything well in the Thirst Fields. Do you have more information?
Everything has indeed been handled. Everything back there is doing fine. Here, by the way, are your alchemy supplies. And I'll give back her alchemy gear.
Oh, she lights up and she just like very briefly hugs them before she puts them back on her belt. They seem fine to me.
So
I hope they
Madeline,
were useful to you.
when when you traveled from Thirst Fields up here, did you by chance find a very big bug?
No, no big bugs. Why do you ask?
I mean, we killed one, and I'll kind of show a little bit of the scale that I still have stuffed away in my pack.
Oh, she looks quite impressed. That is surely no exaggeration of being a big bug. No, I was
don't
pretty
think it
much
was there
busy.
by accident.
Oh, you don't think so? Oh, many creatures wander the roads.
This doesn't seem like a creature that should be wandering the roads. I believe it was a creature from the underworld.
Underdark.
Underdark.
I think we
Underdark.
either one of us was able to determine that the creature came from the Underdark. We were not exactly sure what type of creature, though.
I
About
mean, it was a big ass bug.
Is interesting indeed. Well, you might be able to determine what creature it is. I could take a closer look when we get to our home. I don't think it's a good idea to unpack the carcass of a monstrous creature out onto the table of a tavern, where many of the farmers in around West Rune traverse. But other than that, no, I've been quite busy and focused on catching this little girl. She was quite a handful.
Where did you catch up?
Just before she arrived into Westrun, in the forest.
That's
She
good.
was taking a nap underneath a rock. Yes, very good. Though I am, in some way, worried that might not have been the only batch they have tainted.
I mean, other villages.
We've not heard any word, but I have also not been in contact yet.
Can I look around if anyone's trying to listen in into our conversation?
You certainly can. Make a perception check. Okay, so you look around, being aware of all the people inside of this tavern. Yeah, what you notice is these are just your average run-of-the-mill folk. Based on their clothing, they're just farmers and, random people that have a drink. I think you arrived in the evening, so it's like dark now, that after a hard day of work are enjoying a drink. None of them seem interested, though there's the occasionally cursory glance into your direction, as you are quite a colourful group to walk into the tavern, but none too interested enough to listen into the conversation of what looks to be quite a dangerous group of individuals with all the weaponry you carry.
Well, I think we have to go buy the clover from Old Man Toby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do
seems to
you
be,
need clovers for?
It's not per se the clover itself. It is apparently a way into some sort of illegal casino. Apparently, the people who are responsible for the poisoning.
You see from the corner of your eye, just Sophie, like, yes. Say that.
Anything you'd like to share?
No, nothing.
Are you
I would
sure?
like.
Are you really sure you don't want to tell
No.
us?
Brianna's putting on her tough face.
No, you're not sure, or no, you don't want to share?
Who the fuck are you guys? Seriously?
I'm not.
We're the ones that kind of saved your life.
No, you have not. And then she just looks over at Madeline. It's just a mixture of emotions over her face. And Madeline just chuckles a little. Yes, you see, Sophie here is a little bit in a trouble. She has realized that she has been infected by the lycanthropy bile, and if she does not, and then she takes like a small belt of like tiny little vials with a clear liquid inside. She does not take one of these each hour. She will turn back into a werewolf, isn't it so, Sophie? Sophie is just like, so you see, she's a little bit in debt. She can't go anywhere, of fear of losing sight of me. So she's kind of chained to me in a not so willing way.
It's lucky because I like to kill werewolves.
Can I make an insight check to see if she's not already cured, but Madeline is just stringing her along?
You can, yeah.
We're not believing shit.
Oh, I think that's most definitely the case.
Yes, it is most definitely the case. Sophie does genuinely believe that she needs to take a tincture every hour, but it is Madeline's way of making sure that Sophie doesn't run.
Nice.
You have also, there's some way of like, yeah, you appreciate that this cleric is clever.
So while you're here, you might as well help us out, right? Otherwise it will be boring.
Yep.
She just like kind of stares into your direction. Madeline speaks up. See, it's been very difficult getting any information out of Sophie. She's very loyal to whoever she serves.
To whoever poisoned her.
No, she does believe that
She's brave, gotta give her that.
it wasn't her people that poisoned her. She doesn't know anything else. So I was hoping that we could have a conversation about what exactly happened in the test fields, share this information with Sophie and see if she is then more inclined to share some of her information with us.
Well, maybe we should do that in a bit more of a private setting, just to be sure.
Well,
No. And otherwise I have my own ways of extracting information from people.
let's not
do that.
It's
I also have a nicer way of making sure everyone just tells the truth.
well then. If you really would like to have a private room of some sorts, I have rented a room for just 2 of us. We can go there if you'd like.
Let's do that.
All right. Come on, Sophie.
Great plan if I can bring my ale.
Yeah, what did you order? It's a lot of drinks. Is it all for you or?
No, take. I mean, we had a very, very tough day. I've never seen anything come out of a woman like that, so I think I'll drink my memories away for now.
I don't think that the barman would be upset if you took your drink to the rooms. Don't worry about it. So she stands up, she moves the chair backwards on which Sophie is sitting, and with great difficulty Sophie gets up as well, like she has no interest in following, but does so anyways. And you can follow both Madeline and Sophie to their room.
So from the moment like we're standing up, Elduin is 100% analyzing anything Sophie does, like even the way she's walking. Like he wants to get like a baseline to be easily see when her behavior changes. So he's now permanently, continuously basically inside checking everything that she does.
Well, make an inside check for them.
As we walk through,
let's get this insight check started with the good one. 23.
All right. So
Way to go.
you see that she is in some way like underneath the surface, like she's put up this front, this mask of being a tough girl, you know, like one of those students in class that pretends to not interested in what the teacher is saying and all these things, because they're hiding a lot of turmoil of emotions underneath. You do see here and there a little crack when Madeline flashes a smile at Sophie. You do see her be skittish, and there's a genuine amount of fear for the cleric woman that makes her obey for now. And there's also a little bit of hopelessness to her, where she's stuck between a rock and a hard place, and she has no choice. And that also makes her in some way a little bit dangerous.
Right. Yep. Okay.
I would like to whisper into Sophie's ear. Do you like him?
And Sophie just looks over to you and is just super confused and just continues to follow Madeline, and then just looks over her shoulder to Aldwin, and then she's like just more confused and just keeps walking.
Well, he seems to like you a lot. He's a nice guy.
He's way too old. And she just continues walking.
No! I mean Ernst.
What about Ernst? And then it's about this time where Madeline opens up the door and leads you inside.
As we walk through the tavern, can I see if any of the patrons show the same symptoms as the patrons of the tavern in the Thirst Fields did? Is anyone profusely sweating, having popped up veins, maybe being a little bit weird?
Make an insight check. Well, no, make a perception check. Yeah, make a perception check.
It's better. Yeah.
Well, you do see a man hunched over the bar, kind of going over this, like over his drink. He's sweating profusely.
Can I determine whether it's alcohol or lycanthropy?
Well, this is just what you see. It's a symptom, and so
Right. But he's wobbling over his drink.
you can get closer and investigate a little bit more if you'd like. You can make a medicine check, feel his forehead.
Unasked.
What
No,
would you like
I'll
to
pass.
do?
I'll just follow the
All
rest.
right, then you continue on. All right, so you continue on, and you are now in the room. You hear the creaking of the door as it closes behind Madeline as you've all entered in. It's a small room. There are two bed stands, carpet. There are two chests at the end of the beds on which people could sit. A few pillows here and there, and Madeline says, make yourselves comfortable. And Sophie sits down on the bed with her knees underneath her chest as she just curls up into the corner.
I'll plump down on the ground.
I'll also sit on the bed with my legs crossed, just kind of bouncing.
Yeah.
So,
All right. So, let's start. What have you found out in the Thirst Fields? What caused this?
Aldwin, do you want to take this?
your
I
voice is lost.
think that Sophie would very much like to know what it was that made her turn into a werewolf forever.
I thought Alwyn was talking, but muted.
Oh, I did not notice. I'm sorry.
Oh, whoops! I'm sorry. Why did I get muted? You guys heard like I said that I would to sit against the door.
No,
Oh,
nothing.
weird. I thought I had unmuted my mic, but I accidentally muted it. So I'm taking a seat against the door with my back against the door, and I'm taking out my notebook. So apparently a gang war caused all of this, or at least the start of one. I think the Myriad should sound familiar to you, Madeline?
Madeline has a grim look on her face. Yes, I am very familiar with that. But they are not supposed to be that prevalent in Taldore. That is a crime.
Well, apparently, according to Quick Willies, they're trying to be.
Does Sophie react to the name of the Marriott?
Make an insight check. No reaction at all. Apart from slight interest, but it's not like she recognized it.
According to Quick Willie, Quick Willie's borrowed money from the Myriad to buy the tavern. And he is now selling suit for them. But apparently the clasp is coming down on him. And the Myriad wants to expand into Taldore, which of course the clasp is not very happy about. Let's see. We have workers coming through Westrun to smuggle the suit via Quick Willie.
Suit? What has the suit to do with the lycanthropy?
Well, the suit is laced with the lycanthropy.
And you suspect that the Myriad has laced the suit with lycanthropy? And that's not good.
Let me have a quick look at what exactly I wrote down.
No.
So, Sophie, apparently, our little friend over here, gave Ernst a small vial of liquid, which we at this moment are assuming to be the lycanthropy, which means that the clasp is actually poisoning the suit that is coming in via the Myriad from Wildmount.
So, wait,
No.
Sophie has given a vial of lycanthropy bile to Ernst?
No, that's not what happened. She did take the suit, didn't you, Sophie? You did take it from over there to the thirst fields, or you were going to bring it to Westrun?
She doesn't really want to talk right now. But
Well, anyway,
What was her reaction?
boyfriend, Ernst, got in trouble with some loan sharkers here at the casino.
yes, but he sold it.
Oh, what was that? What was that?
Sophie snapped back. Yes, but
Yeah.
he solved it.
Okay, I want an insight check on that real quick. That response.
He did solve it. And he paid a price.
Yep. A big prize.
What do you mean? He said that he won big.
I want an insight check on that last bit.
All right, make an insight check.
17.
She genuinely believes that he solved it and won big.
Did you give a vial of liquid to Ernst?
No.
Insight check. Basically, every response she has, 10. Damn it.
She really did not.
No, he got in trouble, and Ernst was blackmailed to actually, well, drug the drugs, so to
Spike the
say.
suit.
What do you mean? Are you saying that Ernst laced the suit?
Yeah, but he didn't know what he was doing.
He didn't know. It's not his brain behind this, but they used him as a mule.
You just see like a barrage of emotions behind her eyes as she just flicks through her memories.
Listen, we could help Ernst, but we need you to be honest. And believe me, we're really trying to do it the nice way.
I don't believe you. Ernst would never do that. Why would he do that?
He didn't know.
Well, he didn't know what
didn't
I was
know.
doing either. He doesn't know.
No, but other people know, Sophie. And they also know he likes you. And he tried to protect you.
Were you the one who led him to the casino?
No, we just met. We had fun.
You know what I'm going to ask, right?
Inside check.
15.
They met, had just fun. She's currently honest about that answer, as far as you can tell. There's no twitch to her demeanor. No reason to suspect she's lying.
Hmm. What do you do for the clasp?
What is it to you?
Listen, the clasp are responsible for a lycanthropy outbreak. That is very
They
serious.
are not. They are not responsible for lycanthropy outbreak. They are not.
Wait.
Side check.
You work for the clasp?
I don't. I do not. I did not say that.
I thought you worked for the Marriott.
No, she works for the clasp. Quick Willies works for the Myriad.
Yeah. But Sophie works with Willy.
No, Quick Willy's playing both sides. See, he's trying to keep everyone friends, but he's trying to take money from everyone. Eventually, of course, one of the criminal parties is going to take offense to that when they find out, which they did. Now, Sophie,
I might have confused you just now, Nayada, because I'm getting confused about Alduin's misconceptions that he was just saying. But just to confirm, your suspicions that she is a Myriad member are correct. I'm not. Oh man, I'm just now currently very confused.
none of my notes suggest this.
No, but it's not Sophie who handed out the lycanthropy. It was
No,
the
no,
guy that Ernst got in trouble with.
I
They
agree.
gave it to
I
Ernst.
agree. That was a fault on my part. I agree with you on that. It's
Okay.
the way I wrote it confused me in the first place, but what was said or affirmed that to me that I was wrong, because I wrote they gave Ernst right after I talked about Sophie, but with they I meant the clasp in my notes.
Yeah, or at least people who are connected to the clasp. I'm not sure if it's directly.
Right. So the Myriad is smuggling Sood through Quick Willy
Yes.
via
And
workers via Westron.
Yes, and Sophie is one of the workers that helps move the Sood from from the Turst Fields to Western,
Right.
because she is Western based, and they use her as a mule. So she pretends to work in the fields of the Turst Fields, and then picks up the Sood from the Turst Fields, and then moves it to Western.
Okay, I'm just going to ask Sophie a question.
And I might have been confused a little bit about the details, so I'm very sorry, but I'm just going to reiterate that the information that you currently have gathered, just to erase all confusions, is that you do know that she works for the Myriad.
Right.
And that the one that, and then that Ernst got into trouble with the clasp.
Yeah.
Yes?
Via the Carmine Clover Casino, which is run by the
Yeah.
Clasp.
Yes.
We don't know if it's run by the clasp. We just know that if you buy a clover from Old Man's...
You have strong
clothing-
suspicions.
No,
You're
we have
getting-
we have very strong suspicion that the casino, which I'm about to maybe confirm. Sophie, who runs the Carmine Clover Casino?
Well, everyone knows that.
Enlighten us.
Teach us your ways.
I'm loading it. I just don't want to make a mistake anymore.
Yeah, no, I know, I
get it.
understand. All this information
Camille
gathering happened
Clover.
like 3 episodes ago, so.
I just said it. Camille Clover.
Camille Clover.
Yes.
And does she work for the clasp or for the Myriad? I'm asking Sophie.
She works for the. Oh, you're asking her.
I'm asking Sophie, does she work for the clasp?
No.
Inside check.
Yes, you can.
I have to. It's a 6. I hard to read.
No, you think she is honest.
Okay.
She is very, very strongly no.
But do you like him?
I do.
Okay, that's good to know. I like to know that.
Is he safe?
Yeah,
We
he's
took
safe.
care of him. He's okay.
He's just... He feels horrible about everything that happened. And I hope some people can help him forgive himself. You might be one of those people.
I might be one of the many.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
Are you jealous?
Not really. I'll be saying, with the insight checking you have been doing extensively, Aldwin, because you don't have to do that anymore. With the first insight check, I'm just going to use that for the rest of the
Yeah.
conversation. Ow, ow, ow. My mother called.
And that physically works.
When she
Wow.
calls you,
It goes like.
Yeah.
That phrase, I would like you to make a history check. When she said with more meaning to the phrase, I might be one of the many.
Right. Hey, me? History check? History?
Yes, please.
History? 21.
Well, that is another way of calling the myriad.
I think she's jealous.
Oh, whoops. Had my microphone muted again. What did she say specifically? One of many or one of the others?
I might be one of the many.
One of many. Do you want to work for the Myriad?
Why do you need to know all of this? These questions are dangerous for me in this city.
We have had previous dealings with the Clasp. Did not end well for the Clasp.
How so? Are you against them?
Well, they tried to destroy an entire village. Yes.
Cruel and sick bastards.
But what about the Myriad? They're not much different.
Well, what you're saying is that it's the Myriad that was behind lacing this ship. It was the Clasp that was behind this lacing this shipment.
Just quickly, was that a DM?
No, it wasn't. Yeah, I'm just a kid confusing.
I know, but it could, if she accidentally messed up.
I'm sorry.
No,
She
no
said-
problem.
so what you're saying is that the Clasp was behind lacing the suit. It's their fault that I'm now a werewolf, and it's their fault that they got Ernst into trouble, and that he was forced to do this.
Well, who runs the casino? Who? Camille Clover, sure, but does the Myriad own the casino, or does the Clasp own the casino?
It's well known that the Clasp does.
Then I am
Everything in
convinced.
Western is owned by the Clasp. That's why I can't tell anyone who I might be working for. I'd be dead if they find out.
Then to answer your question, yes, I am convinced that the Clasp are the ones responsible for lacing the suit. And
getting
you
Ernst
being a
into
werewolf.
trouble.
And getting Ernst into trouble.
Is he still in trouble?
He is no longer affected.
If they find out that it was him who did it, he's dead.
If who finds out?
The Myriad.
The only person he would have to worry about is Quick Willy, but he does not know that Ernst is responsible. Quick Willy does not know who is responsible. Well, he of course suspects the Clasp, but he doesn't know specifically who is.
And I don't know if they're interested in. Don't think this as an. I mean, I don't mean to be offensive, but Ernst is not that big of a deal.
No,
People.
but it's through Ernst they get further if they think that he's an actual Class member. But he's not.
No, and he's not going to be doing any more work for the Clasp either.
I don't think so.
I think I have convinced him enough not to do that.
What do you need me for?
Information.
You
Mainly.
wanna know?
What are the Myriad's plans here in Taldor? Do you know?
Expand, do business. I'm just a very small cog in the wheels. Do you really think that I know more? I'm a runner. Do I look like a political mastermind to you?
You'll be
Or
surprised how
someone
many.
in power?
You'll be surprised how much the smallest cog in the wheel knows about what the larger cogs are doing.
I just know that I get paid really well to go to the test field, pretend I'm working in the crops, get a warm bed, friends, family, and money. Better life. It's just a job to me.
It is, but it's
Are
also.
they only in the suit business, or
As far as I know, it's the only thing I do. I'm young, I can be pretty. There's a huge arcanum in the midst of the city. A lot of students there that study the arcane. And they're very interested in what I have to sell. So I just go to parties in the casino. And, under the tables, out of sight.
So the Myriad is selling suit right under the Clasp nose. That's pretty ballsy.
Well, we don't really, I just make sure I don't get caught. I can be very sneaky. They've taught me a lot.
Well, they know you, and they know you work for the Marriott.
How do
That's-
they know?
I don't
That's
know.
why they use Ernst.
Yeah. They knew it was in your backpack.
I'm not safe in this city.
No, you are not.
Nope.
Well, right now, the safest place within the city for you is right here.
That's true. Might sound arrogant, but it's true.
Or you could turn into a werewolf and live in the woods. I mean, the woods are pretty nice.
It's at this point where she just breaks into tears and starts to cry uncontrollably.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to lighten the mood.
Just shivering and just crying, just ugly crying all over her clothes and just putting her knees up to her chest.
I'll
That's the wrong thing to say.
I'll move over to Madeline, getting close. Whisper to her. Maybe we can now drop the needing to require potions act. I think we don't need that part anymore. It might relieve some anxiety.
No, she's not safe. I need her close. She's our only way into the Myriad. I need to know if there were more shipments and where they get delivered. I need to know all of the same like Sophie. I need to figure out how far this spreads.
Fair enough.
I mean, you're a capable woman. Just step
Well.
into her head.
What?
What do you think I'm capable of? Seriously.
Stab
You look
into her
very
head?
You look very smart to me.
Yes, but I do not possess that sort of magic.
I didn't know that.
No, you don't.
I have my ways of extracting information.
Well, then by all means, continue on. Show us your wondrous powers.
I don't think she'll survive.
Yeah,
Well, then that's not a very effective way of extracting information.
That's why I'm asking you.
Okay.
Well, I have other ways, but I feel like she's been really honest with us, actually.
She has no reason to lie.
So, do we want to infiltrate the clasp?
Or the Myriad. Which side would you like to help or inquire information from?
I mean, the clasp already doesn't like us, so it might be better to just fondle up with the Myriad.
No, currently
No.
they're not aware of you.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Up to this point, the clasp should not be aware that it was us who took out their little assassin.
Makes sense.
It's not. Yeah. What do you mean? She's not an assassin.
No,
She's just a
back
smart.
over in Merkfall. No, Merkfall had a clasp assassin trying to, well, actually it was more of a, what do you call them? People who come collect money? Money collector, I guess?
You see that Sophie lights up. It's like, I'm from Merkfall.
Well, I'm very sorry for that.
What happened?
A lot of people died.
Who?
Let me quickly check my notes.
Yeah, God, who were they?
Well, for one, the Lord Myersdorf and his wife are both dead.
I didn't like them.
No, me neither.
Me neither.
To be honest, if he had been honest with us from the start, a lot of death could have been avoided.
And that man lies if his life depended on it. He sucks.
Pretty much. Let's see. Well, the other important...
Fishermen on the boat.
A lot of
but we
fishermen
don't know their
died.
names.
A fisherman?
Well, a lot of boats were destroyed, including sailors who were on them. Wilhelmina Royston, if that name means anything to you.
Oh, She was a nice woman.
Yes.
She
Yes,
was.
she was.
She used to
Yeah.
give me and my father soup when we couldn't catch any fish.
She was very, very brave.
Who is your father?
Just making sure that I know. For sure.
Who's your daddy?
Richard.
Wait, Hamilton?
Yes, I'm Sophie Hamilton.
Well, he is, as far as we know, still alive. He's
He
one of the
is?
few people who survived the attack.
He's attacked?
Yeah, he was attacked by
The entire village was attacked.
Phantom, which actually was the class member, or at least a creature that was struggling with the class member.
Well, it turned out that those Meyer doors also, yeah, they had some debts with the clasp and didn't pay up, so your village paid for it.
Clasp needs to pay.
We made him pay a little bit of the debt, but
We killed the Phantom.
Well, we killed the assassin, yeah, and his creature associate or whatever that was. What other villages receive suit shipments?
I only know of Tersfields. I just run from Tersfields to Westron.
Do you know any other runners?
Not really. Not those who are alive.
Where does the suit come from? In the first place.
Well, they come from Tersfields.
It's created there?
No. Willie gets it. He
it's
gets
from Wildmount.
he gets big shipments in, and then runners go to the Tersfields and go back to their cities. I think there was a guy this year from Whiterun. The one from Edmond never arrived. That one didn't show up.
What do you know about a mousy half-elven man? Ragged clothes, mousy brown hair, sounds familiar?
Oh, yeah, no. Wait, what?
Yeah, I have a boy that came by a month ago, probably half-elven, ragged clothes, mousy brown
Yes,
hair.
that's the guy from Whiterun.
What?
Whitestone.
Whitestone.
Yes, that's the one.
Okay. And there was some shipment supposed to come from Iman, but that never arrived.
No, not a shipment. A person.
Yeah.
A runner.
Supposed.
Yeah. She comes every year. Don't really remember her name. Clara or something. She didn't arrive this year. I don't really know them, as in personally. Just know that I'm the one from Westrone.
But I mean, it's choosing between two evils now, right?
Well,
I
You
mean, I'm
wanna
not
pick
saying
side?
I don't like drugs, but usually there's something fishy going on with the way it's brought in. People are being used.
but you want to join one of them? Or
Well, I mean, if we want to find out stuff, we should at least get a way in. We can't just walk up to the headmaster of the class and go like, "Hey, dude, what you doing?" Nor the Myriad,
Right.
but for that matter. I mean, I could try, put up a tough face. But I don't think they'll tell me anything.
They seem a bit more approachable.
I'm very much doing my best. I've worked on my smile.
And it's beautiful.
Thank you.
We're not going to be taking down the clasp nor the myriad. Let's for now just focus on figuring out what other villages or towns are receiving suit shipments that might be laced with lycanthropy. Again, Whitestone is now on the list.
It seems that only Whitestone so far has maybe received this tainted shipment.
Yeah.
What did you do with the rest?
Us?
Yes. Was there still left?
Yeah, we
Tell us.
informed the eldermen.
All right. And then it's probably taken care of.
I mean, I hope so.
I would have liked to know that you burned it all, but... Is there anyone you trust within that village?
The blacksmith, definitely. The baker.
We could send word. Ask him to burn it.
I should send word to the blacksmith. He'll definitely take care of it.
Won't
Here,
it get
look at
Nog in
this.
trouble?
And I'll show Madeline the sword.
She admires it. And she just starts talking about swords and chatting about... is very much enjoying it right now. So the conversation continues for a little bit. If there's anything else you would like to do or ask, Sophie, the night is approaching closer.
How do you get your next job? How do they contact you? If they need you.
I go home.
You go home?
Yes.
Home as in Western?
Yes.
Okay. And then someone comes by for a cup of coffee.
No. I'm just home. They're there. It's my family.
You live in a Marriott. Okay. Quick Willy also said it was like his family.
We don't call it the Myriad. It's a very stupid idea to call that name around in this part.
So they actually have a foothold here. They have more people here than just runners.
Yeah. As far as I know, well, I just live in a sort of a house with a lot of young people, and I'm the one that goes to Terse Fields and back. It's a lot, you know. I'm not the only one that shifts it here in Vesterun, and me and the other girls, we all take the stuff and spread it around.
Right.
We go to parties, and it's actually a really fun job.
How old are you and the girls?
I'm 17.
And
Almost
the youngest?
18, 19.
Do you feel like you have a choice if you want to stay with your family or
Yeah,
something else?
they saved me. I didn't want to be a fisher like my dad. I went to Westerun to find a job. It was hard. I was hungry. I tried to pluck an apple. Just a simple fucking apple. You could pluck any apple in Markfall. So I had at least something to eat, but here in Westerun, how was I supposed to know that taking apples from the trees in the Opal Ward is considered stealing? Apparently I had stolen from the Margrave's own apple trees. And then I was chased by guards through the city. I ran, tried to hide inside the sewers, And then I got chased even more into the systems below. Went deeper and deeper, and at some point there was no stonework anymore, and I couldn't see anything. It was just blackness. I couldn't remember which roads I'd taken, and I tried for hours to find my way back. It was a labyrinth down there, just tunnels carved, and it became smaller and smaller. I was cold, abandoned, alone. I only just remember crying myself to sleep. Can't remember how long I'd been there. I was just so incredibly hungry and tired and sick of drinking the water. Then I thought I was dead. There was like this demon of the Nine that was there to take me, but it wasn't a demon. It was a mysterious man. His face was hidden behind a leather mask. He introduced himself to me as one of the many. I remember I fell unconscious, and then I woke up hours later in a warm bed with a cleric cleaning my wounds and giving me fresh food and water. They saved me for certain death, gave me food, water, one place to sleep. I made friends, an entire new family to thrive in. They taught me all kinds of things. They gave me dresses and jewels and beautiful shoes. I love shoes.
It sounds like family.
Now I've betrayed them. It's all my fault.
You betrayed them how?
I just have told you that they're here. You could be
If they have
classed
issues,
members.
if they have issues with this clasp, which we all don't like either.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess you had taken a look at us.
but we have to tell them how the suit got infected.
Yeah?
And then they'll find out about Ernst.
We don't have to call his name out on it.
They found out that I worked for them in some way. How would they ask Ernst to do it? They knew too much.
But your family would kill someone for that? Or is that just what you're afraid of?
I don't know. I don't want to know.
I can very easily pretend that I don't know that it was Ernst. I don't know a lot of things.
What will happen? They find out it was the clasp.
I mean, what I'm hoping? I really hope we get this a sleigh party and slay the clasp together with the Myriad. But that's me. I mean, I don't know
Clasp
about you
is
guys, but I'm ready to
enormous.
use my pike.
Your pike is not enough.
Oh, you haven't seen me fighting.
I don't know what would happen. What do you think? What would happen if they knew? Would they be more careful? Would they fight back? It's your family.
I don't know. It's strange because I really just don't know. I just need to be in all of these places and go to all of these parties and just never mention that I'm from the Myriad. But the clasp is not stupid. Of course they'll find out. It's only a matter of time until I run into someone who works for the clasp and buys sued from me. Many a times I thought that would have happened. They must have known about each other, but there was some sort of a understanding. The clasp has done this. Why would they have done that? Because there was just this very... I don't know.
The Myriad is taking the clasp's territory.
Yes, but we've been here for... I don't know. I'm not the one to ask these questions. I know nothing of these things. Just know I just go to parties and snort my brain out and shoot firebolts. I normally can't do magic, but if you use Suda, you can.
You still have some?
No.
Yeah.
Well, not Suji would like to try. And she took all of it. She stares at Madeline, who at this point has just been staring intensely at Sophie and all of you and registering all the information.
Well, we want to try set up a meeting.
Can I just walk over to Sophie and put my giant orc hands over her ears and I'll turn my head to the others. So, what's the plan? You guys want to fight a drug war, or you guys want to fight the clasp?
Neither.
Yeah.
Then what are we doing
Clasp.
here? Then we might as well get back to the goblins, because I want a new piercing.
I think that's also important to get back to in a little bit. But
Well, Madeline speaks up. We have a few options, if you really think about it. First of all, we need to go to... Well, I need to go to Whitestone, figure out where this mousy brown-haired runner went, and make sure that the suit does not spread there. See if there are any werewolves and cure them. Very important. I might be able to find one of my sisters on the way. I don't know. But, regardless, solving this problem silently, it won't solve the problem, only the consequences. It will be like mopping the floor whilst the fossé is still open and running water all over the place. It's not a solution. If the clasp continues to do these things and the myriad continues to be unaware of spreading lycanthropy, or what will be next, vampirism,
We're just wiping the poop all over the place.
will be just the shit shovelers of a shitstorm we do not want to see happen. But the shitstorm will happen regardless, and we were with too few people to solve it. We need to figure out who is the one who decided to make the first move. See if it is actually a move made by the clasp. As all too often, there's a third person that's trying to set the fire.
We could send a sorry note to both sides. Pretend it's from the other one.
That's a lovely
Interesting plan.
idea.
If someone helps me, I could write one.
Could use some extra friends.
Friends.
Yes.
I don't have those.
Oh,
Well-
fine.
We could go talk to the Blood Hunter Order in Kaimel, but there's not many of us.
And
As
it's
you
far
probably already
away.
know.
Oh,
Well,
my
Kaimel's the next city over.
family sure isn't going to help us.
We could either talk to the clasp and find out what their motivations are, if there are motivations about the attack in Ter's Fields. It'd be a political dance you'd have to do. Or you could talk to the Myriad and be open, honest, tell them what happened. Make friends and see if you can persuade them not to start a war, but be more vigilant about their shipments. But you have to pick a side.
I guess we don't want to involve the Margrave in all this, do we?
Involving the Margrave, that's a third option. They could slam down more vigorously on the criminal activity in the city. But in my experience, they're not always that powerful.
And the Margrave probably knows.
And the Margrave is probably in the pocket of either one of these organizations, if not both.
It's just that we got a writ.
Where did you say that you partied? Like, where do you move these things to? She asks Sophie. And Sophie says, just the Arcanum. Are the students in around? That gives you a fourth option. Talk to powerful mages that do not want their students high all the time.
But then even, why do we care?
If you don't care, then I'll just solve this problem on my own. It's not
No.
that I asked you to help me.
I don't mean it in that kind of way.
But you can continue on with your adventures and travels. It's not.
I'm
won't
more
stop you.
wondering, we came in to fix a werewolf problem, and
Yes.
it's not fixed yet.
No.
We still need to head to Whitestone, and then we need to find out if the suit with the lycanthropy is spreading here. Why not just murder the claw spout? That will fix the problem.
I don't think
cannot-
you grasp the size of the clasp itself.
How big can a
Also-
family be?
Brion,
Just think of them as ants. Millions of ants under the ground, crawling, going everywhere.
also, there's also just people like Sophie over here, probably working for the clasp, who don't mean to harm anyone, but, well, sometimes maybe not make the smartest decisions to earn a lot of money and have fun parties.
Yes.
I
Do you
mean, I
deserve to die because you want to go to parties and use mind-altering drugs?
No. I resonate with Sophie. But to bring down a giant structure, all you need to do is take out the foothold. Listen, I come from a very difficult place, and I thought about bringing down my own family, or at least the ones running it. That doesn't mean I have to kill every innocent person. Just take out their strongest foothold. Take out the leader.
I don't think that will be a fight. I think that would be a war.
Could be fun too.
Well, all I know is that it is very late right now. And I think we could use a night of sleep, maybe a day to think about what you want to do next.
Yeah.
I'm going to Whitestone,
Right.
Alduin, or whatever you decide to do next. Is there any way you can keep in contact with me?
Not by any magical means. It will be letters that will take a long time to arrive.
All right.
Do you have to contact him personally, or can it be any one of us?
But no, I just need to. If you find anything out about what you are deciding to do within Westrun or not, let me know. I'm going to take out a fire that is burning right now in Whitestone. And
You're
if it
taking
is something, I'll probably take her with me and drop her off in Merkval. But I'm going to Whitestone. And if it is a fire too big for me to take out, I'll contact you. I have magical means to do this. And I'll ask for help if I need some. But for now, I just need to go.
Anytime.
Otherwise, maybe it's a good idea if you check in once a week, because I'm assuming your magical means allows me to reply.
Yes, you can reply, yes.
Maybe it's an idea to check in at least once a week. Then we can at least update a little bit.
Lux
I'll do
talks
this.
to people in her head all the time, right?
Not well. Mostly, I'm just talking to myself. But I did find out that if I concentrate really hard, it also works with other people. It's strange.
It's a similar ability. I've never heard it described like that before, but yes, it is. But
She has
for
a very
now,
big imagination and it gets her places.
if you do not find a way to solve this brewing war between these factions. And believe me when I say, I don't think you could solve this on your own. You need more people behind you. I will probably talk about these issues with my order. See if we can find a person more suited to these political struggles than me. Because
Just let me
believe
know
me
if
when I
you-
say I agree with Brion. Just slam everything down and hope that the ants won't come back. But that is not a solution.
I still have the offer up for writing the letter. Just say it.
I don't think that's a way to solve this.
I think it's the start of a plan.
Yes.
Thank you.
Maybe
Alex.
it's too big for you to interfere yourselves with.
I think
After all, who are we?
I think we can investigate the casino because we know that the lycanthropy came from there. We can see what's going on over there. Maybe it's just a rogue element instead of the entire clasp, and this can possibly be solved very quickly or not. But I think we should investigate the casino to see if we can find out what's going on over
Yes.
there.
Yeah, and Sophie, can you think of anything that changed over the last couple of months in your family? Any shifts, any moves,
No,
new jobs, anything you know of?
no, nothing.
Okay. Do you think you might be able to set up a meeting if we choose to?
I can show you my girlfriends that I live with. That's about it. Who do you what do you expect that will happen? Like, there's
don't know.
like a building or a fortress that will just walk in there, like you're my new boyfriend, introducing to my parents. Are you insane? No one just simply walks into the many.
All right.
All I know is that the sewers are not safe. There are a few tunnels that lead lower, way lower below the sewer system. It's carved out tunnels. I think they're 30 years old or something. It's like created by this huge story about, I don't know, back in the day when the dragons attacked. A few of those lead even deeper below, and that's where the Myriad has something. That's how they found me.
Okay, that's good. I know you think we ask stupid questions, and we probably do. I mean, I come from a temple in the woods.
Yes, I can notice.
And I was
you.
born in a refugee camp, so
A what? Well, that is definitely information you should not be sharing around here. They'll
I
kill
know.
you on sight. The
take
Margrave
it back.
fucking hates the Ravagers. It's the whole
why
reason why that kooky sorceress is allowed to even be in the city.
that's why I left them.
All right.
But it's good to know. Don't mention the Ravengers and don't pluck apples from trees, because that's actually something that I would do.
Yes.
Just picking apples.
I mean, apples are nice.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
here they're not from everyone, apparently.
But it's at this point that she does look genuinely tired. Night has fallen in.
So do we.
We,
I think.
we should get a room or get some rooms. Inquire downstairs with the barkeep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a little conversation with our Sophie here. Going to make some plans of dropping her off at Merk for reuniting her with her father.
Right.
That would be nice.
She does
Last
not.
time we saw him, he was in the tavern. Guessing the way we found him, he's probably still going to be there. He was
Alright.
drinking away his memories. Right. Alduin gets up.
Let's go.
Let's go talk to the barkeep.
All right.
You guys
I also just want to genuinely apologize as a DM that I keep mixing the period and the class up. I hope that it is clear now what
It's clear
happened.
now.
I'm not making sense of any of this, so it's fine.
It's a complicated thing that made it more complicated by pretending not to know anything and having
Yeah.
NPCs that don't want to tell you anything. That makes it
Yeah.
complicated. So I'm
Yeah.
sorry about that.
Welcome to intrigue.
Okay.
Like, we thought it was bad with a dryad and druid. This is even worse.
And the fighter and the barbarian.
The clasp and the myriad. Oh man. I even made mistakes in my notes because I mixed it up myself. It's stupid.
I would suggest taking a quick little break. I think this is a good point to do that. We will be back in 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
15, because
Very
that
much
will
so.
make sure everyone has enough time. We will see you all in 15 minutes.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Back.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. So
Hello.
the DM literally ran off 30 seconds before we were going to go live again. So yeah, that's great. I'm just quickly going to hide her camera for just to be sure. Oh no, there are secrets. It's the secrets that the actual chat thing actually extends into the above thing.
Oh, that shit.
There she is. So we're live. I already went live because she literally ran off 30 seconds before. Let me just bring your camera back. There we go.
So we're complete again.
Yes, we are complete again. And with that, I think we are going to just get back into it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's do that. So I guess we'll head out to the barkeep and get us a room.
All
Or
right.
two, and depending on the size.
Yeah. So there we go. So you inquire about a room. You can purchase a room for each of you. They're very small cots that the tavern employs. He doesn't have enough though. He says he has 3 rooms left for one person, or you can get lodgings in the large attic where you can purchase a cot, where most of the people that do not have a home and that work in and around Westrum will just purchase a bed and sleep there for the night.
I don't need a bed.
Simply purchasing a bed is 1 silver piece, but getting a room is 2 gold.
Expensive.
Yeah, that's
Depends
what you're
on
gonna
if
get.
you want to have a private chat, I guess. Or just
Yeah. I'll just pay for at least a room.
Yeah.
I'll pay for another room and I'll share it with Lux.
Okay, so that's 2 rooms, that's 4 gold for the night.
I'll pay up 2.
I'll also pay up to.
Okay.
If I can find my gold, there it is. Okay. Money transaction complete.
Perfect. So, you are finally able to sleep comfortably in a bed with a pillow, blankets, and the warmth of a heart burning quite happily away. For the night, it is definitely completely different from what you've been used to doing your nightly travels over the Silver Cut Road, and you're all enjoying it greatly. Maybe you go for a little drink beforehand, but so far it is very relaxing. and you all wake up with a great yawn to the new morning as it breaks the cloudy sky up above. There's a little bit of a watery sun behind the white clouds outside. You can hear the flute of a sleepy bard already starting a little bit of a jiggly song to wake up all of the workers for the beginning of the day. And the sense of amazing breakfast with like sizzling sausages and baked potatoes, cured hams that are fried in butter with eggs, sunny side up. It is traveling upstairs to even the top of the attic, and you hear the sounds of many burly men and women getting down the stairs to start their breakfast. And there's chattering away inside of the tavern. What would you like to do?
I would have wanted to just do my 4-hour meditation and go downstairs really early to just sit in a corner. And if there's anyone, just people watch and wait for Madeline to come downstairs for breakfast.
Yeah, all right.
But I think she is a morning person. I'll get up early.
Madeline is a morning person, just like you. It's a little bit later, but she does arrive at the crack of dawn. She is packed, ready. Her backpacks and everything are done. And as she sees that none of the others are there, she just says goodbye to you and heads on her way to Whitestone.
Madeline, before you go, can I ask you something?
So-
You always seem so focused on task. I mean,
Yes.
you're not easily distracted.
No, I'm not. It's part of my training.
Well, the High Priestess says that I have to kind of channel my curiosity, as she calls it. And I'm working on it. I think I'm getting better, but sometimes it just... Well, I get distracted. How do you do it?
Breathing exercises.
Is that different from meditating?
Oh, yes, of course, you're an elf. You meditate, right? Well, one of the things you could try to do, not mostly familiar with it myself, though, but I do believe that you meditate like previous memories of your own.
Sometimes.
All right. Well, try and take a hold of those memories. Focus. Direct them into a direction you want to go. Try and force yourself to relive a memory you want to live. Take control. That is a solution I could give you.
All right.
Or chew on some cocoa beans. That often helps.
Cocoa beans.
Yeah.
All right.
Or Marquette. I believe
Sure.
there's a herbalist in this town. It could help.
Okay, I'll try. Yeah. Well, thank you, Madeline, for everything.
Well, no problem. But if it is still bothering you that much, I could take a few hours and teach you. But, the ways of I've been taught is probably not the same as you. Like, every time I wandered my thoughts or I was distracted as a child during my training, I would just get a slap.
Okay. Maybe I can just give myself a mental slap every time it happens.
You could put a little rubber around your hand, and every time you get distracted, you just snap at the rubber against your hand, and then you associate pain with being distracted.
All right. Yeah, I like to be distracted sometimes, but yeah, I'll try some of those things.
But sometimes you shouldn't try to be something you're not. Sometimes you should make what you believe to be a flaw your greatest strength.
Yeah, that's why I have to channel it. Keep the curiosity, but well,
Or
maybe a bit less chaos sometimes.
keep the chaos too. But take it all in and then filter. That is what you need. You need a filter.
That is what I need.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, Madeline.
No problem. Just next time you feel you think you are distracted, don't think about being distracted, but think that your mind thinks that those things are probably important. Filter. Take all of it in and then categorize it in importance.
I kind of drift off someone walking behind her and focus back onto her. Yeah.
Maybe you should have
right.
drifted off. Looked more closely at that man. Why did it draw your attention?
I look again.
You see that the man gives a perception check. Natural fucking 20. Wow. That's very good. You see a man with yellowing broken teeth. He had been talking earlier to the barkeep, which you hadn't noticed with everything that's going on around you. You notice little things, but you don't really take it in. But now you focus and the information is being registered. You would notice that this man had taken money from the barkeep behind the bar, like some sort of a payment. And despite his ragged, run-down clothing, the man tries to appear to be modest, maybe poor conditions, but he cannot hide the fact that his hands are meticulously cleaned. His fingernails have absolutely no dirt underneath them. They're soft, definitely not workers' hands. This man has not worked a day in his life, but he looks like he is just the same poverty line as everyone that stays in this tavern. There's something about him that is definitely off, and it is the most interesting thing that you notice is a small symbol. It's very meticulously crafted and it's very small, but he took it out. He took like a pocket watch out his pocket to check the time. And on the pocket watch is, you think first it's a flower or a starfish, but the midst of it is a 5-pointed symbol made out of ruby, and in the middle of that thing is a little gold glimmering thing, and then around it are curled like starfish hands and legs and purple starfish in the middle. It's like a sun starfish kind of thing, and it caught your attention, and you very briefly lock eyes. And then he moves the pocket watch back into his pocket and then shakes off with a sullen look in his eyes and walks out of the tavern with a determined pace.
Can I skip towards the door and peek out which direction he's going?
Yes, you certainly can. You do so, and
we're sort of back. I'm still working to fix last things, but we're mostly back.
all right.
You're Switch crash.
Sorry.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
I don't think we're back yet. Are we?
No, yeah,
Yeah.
we're going to be back in like. Yeah, there's a short delay. There's a short delay.
Yeah, but we're back.
But all of this should just go live.
Look at this cat kitties.
Oh, there's cats. There's
It's
multiple
kitties
cats.
to make up for the crash.
Look at it, isn't it cute?
That's so cute.
Yeah, you're my sweetie too, yeah. Okay, so, anyways, looks. You instructed and encouraged by, instructed and
Madeline.
encouraged by Madeline's, sorry, I'm just seeing my cat fight behind me right now. Instructed and encouraged by Madeline's encouragements to not be focused on being less distracted, but trust your instincts that your mind and your eyes know what is of interest, that you need to filter more. And she saw you getting distracted by a man just walking past. And instead of admonishing yourself and trying to focus on what you think is important, she said, why don't you look at what your heart says is important? So she told you to look more closely to that man. And you did, with a frickin' natural 20. You looked very closely to this man and became observant as you reiterated all the information that you had known from this man in the previous half hour of him being in the tavern. You realized that you had seen him in your peripheral vision getting money from the Sunkissed Tavern owner. He was paid in some way, and it was quite a hefty sum. Whereas, despite that, this man looked like he was dressed to be poor and impoverished. But he was anything but. Because for a poor person, his hands were meticulously clean and he had no signs of working hard with his hands. And you saw him take out a pocket watch with a very peculiar symbol on it. You then ran towards the door to make sure that you would also observe in which direction he would be going, which is the market board. And then, as you thinking about all of this information, walked back to the table on which Madeline was sitting, Madeline, sipping her tea, asked you, well, what did you see? You reiterated all this information. And when you described the symbol on that pocket watch, Madeline just went like, well, I think you should trust yourself more often. I think you just found a member of the Myriad.
This is their symbol?
Yeah, that is a symbol of the Myriad. The fact that he is carrying it so openly on a pocket watch gives me the inclination that he's not just a simple runner.
I kind of get up to run after him and then think the better of it.
I think you just need to wait. Don't make hasty decisions. Wait until your party is ready, has rested. You don't need as much rest as they do, but they need their full 8 hours.
Yeah, they do.
Think to yourself and be proud. Sometimes your heart knows better what is important than your head. Bye, Vincent.
He's still there, right? Yeah, he still should be there.
Okay, because he just left OBS.
Yeah, he's trying to fix his camera.
I can't hear us, but the stream is still up.
Yeah. He'll be back.
Your
You can
cats
just
are
continue,
fighting
I believe.
furiously.
Yeah, I can just continue. All right. Well, so for the next 2 hours, you have to yourself, you are going to be practicing the observant feat, but Madeline does leave you to it. She does say if you have any more questions, you can just ask her. Use that power that you have. But you are now officially observant.
Ooh, nice. Good thing I asked.
Way to go.
That's good news.
It is, yeah. I was waiting until you asked.
It makes me wiser.
Yes.
So I have to update it in a bit. All right. Yeah, I'll just sit in the corner, just watch everyone go by, see what piques my attention. And in the meantime, I'm just already starting eating breakfast and planning on eating breakfast for a while, just nibbling on some stuff, waiting for the rest to come and join me.
Just sit here so that you can't see the cats fight. Okay, so it is at this point that an hour or two after all of this happened and Madeline has already left for Whitestone, the rest of the party also gets waken up by the amazing smells and scents of a hearty breakfast being made and the loud chatter and talk of workers making themselves ready for a day of hard work in and around Western. You all wake up, do the things that you would like to do, little rituals and stuff to get dressed and ready for the day, and you meet up at the table downstairs.
Ah, he's back. What's the timing?
Over here, guys. I already started breakfast if you don't mind, but there's plenty left.
I knew you would. Good morning, Lux.
How much is it for the breakfast?
Breakfast is included with the rooms.
Ah, that's great.
Fancy. Is there mimosas?
No.
Oh,
No, but there's cheese.
I like cheese. And I might get myself an ale to start the day off with.
Okay, that's an extra 2 copper.
Figured. So, how did you guys sleep? I actually lay down on the floor.
Sleep was fine. It was cozy.
That's too soft for my taste.
It's
You
nice
do not
to-
see Madeline at the table. She has gone.
It's nice to have a.
left yet?
Sorry, what did you
Madeline?
say, Jens?
It's nice to have a rest without having to keep watch for half the night.
That's true. That's very true.
Did you dream anything, Cinnamon?
No, not at all.
Just restful sleep.
Yes.
Do you dream at all?
Sometimes. Yeah. Random
He's
stuff.
a
Yeah.
I mean,
2
I didn't
words.
know.
Sometimes. Yes.
I didn't know if the magical people dreamt as
We
well.
dream. We dream just as the next person would. You dream as well, right?
I mean, yeah, I do. I dream about my pike a lot.
You really love that pike.
It's very pretty.
It's really pikey.
It helped me to some eerie situations, so I like it.
Yeah.
Saved my life on a numerous occasion.
Now I want to be able to dream.
You can't?
Well, I daydream, I guess. But I don't sleep, so I'm not sure if it's the same.
I mean, I kind of think it's been a long time since I daydreamed. Except maybe about fighting, but I mean, I think it's the same, only you get to direct it in the way you want to. Sounds like more fun to me.
I guess you're right.
Maybe we should daydream together sometime, see if we can do some awesome stuff.
Interesting, yeah. We should try that.
Sounds nice.
Are you guys all kind of awake? Or still half asleep?
I'm
Alduin,
awake.
you had your
I'm
coffee
hungry.
yet?
Okay. I have something I have to tell you guys. Do I feel like I can talk relatively private over here?
Actually, The tavern is so completely packed full with half asleep workers and people loudly talking and chatting and eating and just discussing the events of the day and the things of the day that you think that just the sheer volume of noise and sound and distractions actually makes for an even better privacy than you could imagine.
All right. Well, I've been here for a while. Actually, I've been here for 4 hours, just kind of eating and, well, people watch. And Madeline and well, she kind of helped me to, well, I guess to focus and let go at the same time. I don't know. Anyway, there was this guy that walked in and, well, he was talking to the barkeeper, and he got paid quite a lot of money, and he looked like he was like really poor and with his yellow teeth and tattered clothes, but he has actually like a rich guy's hands, really clean and not workers' hands, or there was something off about him. Also, he had like a pocket watch, and I'll draw the symbol and fold the paper. Don't
Okay.
show it to anyone. Just take a quick look at it.
I show the symbol to everyone on roll 20, I think.
I can't see it.
I see it
It's not
again.
there.
There you go.
Now it
There it
is.
is.
Let me just actually show people. There it is.
It's Stormy from Pokemon.
Yep, it is.
But, well, I talked to Madeline, and she says this is the actual symbol of the Marriott. And, well, he looked like he was one of the higher up guys. He went over there that way towards the market board. I didn't want to follow him without you guys, but we might be onto something.
Did he place something on the market board? Or did I mishear a word?
No, he looked at his pocket watch.
Okay, yeah. And where did he walk off to?
In the direction of the market board.
Ward.
Okay. Ward. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Ward. Okay. Great.
I mean, I don't know what this all means, but way to go, Lux. It seemed like you did an awesome thing with the guy. Good work.
Well, thank you. Yeah, at first I thought I was just getting distracted again, but then she told me that, well, maybe look again. And, well, she was right.
Nice. Way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very smart woman.
Yeah, very much so. Anyways,
But what do you
Yeah.
guys think about it?
what would you like to do for the day as you are now having this conversation in the Sun-Kissed Tavern and Inn? Do you want to continue having a conversation and plan further?
We need to figure out what we want to do.
I mean, I have something that's a little bit more simple that I actually wanted to do quickly this morning, I think.
What is that? What did you want to do?
Well, Lux and I talked about it, and it seemed to me as a very good idea to get a new ring, a new piercing in my nose to kind of celebrate the thing we did with the werewolves. You see, I was rewarded with these golden things throughout my life for very specific moments or good fights. And I think that I should get a memory of what we actually did together. I mean, I didn't know you a couple of weeks ago, and now we are kind of slaying the hell out of this problem. So I think I deserve something pretty for myself.
Yeah,
And
it's
I
great.
think the
It
Goblin
feels like
Woman
we've
might be
known each
able
other
to.
for ages.
Yeah. It does.
I'm sorry, I'm getting really distracted about fighting cats in the background that are very audible right now.
Yeah.
I already muted myself.
No, you didn't.
Nope.
Yeah, now you did.
But I think the Goblin Woman could help me with that, and I believe Alduin told me he could punch a hole in my face.
Sounds like a plan
Small
to
holes?
me.
Yeah.
And maybe in the meantime we can keep an eye out for this person, and I just describe in as many detail as I can.
What do we think he was doing in this tavern? He got a lot of money. Why?
The barman got
Paid
a
for
lot of
something.
Yeah.
Another deal?
You want to go and ask? Senna?
Well, don't think that would be the wisest thing to do right now.
No, probably not.
I mean, if I turn my bad face, people will tell me stuff. You could try.
Yeah, also everyone here will notice.
It's a bit busy.
Maybe just keep it in our thoughts for later.
I think we just have to keep an eye out and maybe,
Yeah.
well, track him. I could try to follow his footsteps. I mean, I did take a look at his boots, but, well, I'm not sure if it's the same to track a guy through a city as it is to track an animal through the woods.
Yeah, that probably would be a lot harder to track someone on a paved path.
Well, we could try.
We could always try. Doesn't hurt.
So we're going to find the goblin, and in the meantime, keep our eyes open.
Yeah.
Pretty
Let's head back
much.
to the alleyway.
And if we see him, do we follow or?
If we see him, we'll follow.
I mean, we could at least see where he's actually going to maybe find out if he has a place where he resides, so we could maybe talk to him later.
All right.
Alright.
So, you pack
Stakeout
up your
mission.
breakfast, you stand up, you head out into the streets of Westruun to go look for us.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
We first check right next to the tavern,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
but we kind of know they left.
Yeah.
as you set out to make your way to us, or at least the side of the tavern, Alduin, you suddenly feel a large object hurling into your stomach, and as you look down, you look into the eyes of us, the goblin. Alduin, I knew I'd found you here in the sky. I mean, the sun-kissed tavern, and me and Dios, we need your help. We've taken all of our belongings, moved everything up to the market ward, and there was still a small shop up for sale there. We initially wanted to rent it a few weeks ago, but the owner, Hector Barkle, he laughed in our faces and told us we were no good for the money. But we were. But yeah, anyway, so now we've got enough money to buy it. We went over there to purchase the property. That frickin' man took all of our money, called the guards that we'd stolen all of that stuff, and the money taken from us, and then they've grabbed Dios and Alduini. I barely escaped and ran straight up here. They've thrown me wife and child in jail and falsely accused me of stealing. It's in this place where you hear the clanking of metal at the end of the street, and two out of breath shields of the plane are huffing and puffing the way over. They seem to be looking for something or someone, and as soon as us hears it, he hides behind you to remain out of sight.
Yeah, I
The
already
guard are now
pushed
visibly
him.
asking people in the street about something, and they seem to be pointing in your direction. You make eye contact with one of them, and that person makes his way over towards your group. What do you do?
Did he see did he see Hoss himself?
Don't know.
Don't know.
I'll
Let me just cast
going-
invisibility on Hoss.
And I will
in case.
step in front of his stuff.
He
And
is looking at your group right now. So, as you're casting invisibility, what are the components for this spell?
Yeah. VSM and an eyelash.
Okay, so it is vocal, somatic, and material.
Yeah.
Knowing that, do you want to continue casting this spell openly
Yeah.
or in a different
No.
way?
I can't cast it any different way right now.
You could do a sleight of hand check and try it sneakily if you'd like.
Yeah.
If I spot Cinnamon doing this, I will stop him too.
All right.
Okay.
If I see that he's trying to.
I'll step up in front next to Alduin and put my arms in my sides.
I
Excuse me. What?
turn him to the front and I say, "Good luck," as I give him guidance.
Which
Excuse
is
me.
also a vocal somatic, but since you say good luck, I'll allow that.
Excuse me. What? What is it you are looking for exactly?
We are looking for a goblin. Stolen some money. Have you seen a goblin?
Let me actually rectify that for you right now, here immediately. That is money I paid to this goblin for a transaction.
Me too.
What?
Yes, you are being used.
It's at this point where suddenly your ear split of the sudden sound of a screeching alarm bell ringing loudly a few blocks out of sight. You see the shields of the plane going like that. And the alarm is being picked up by other bells all around in this district. You see, once again, large flagpoles around you quickly raise up in
I
orange
duck out of the way.
flags. And everyone, as nearby citizens and the guards in front of you, help each other to rapidly pack up stalls and evacuate the streets with practiced ease. The ground begins to tremble again. And what do you do?
Well, we are still standing like inside the tavern.
No, you're standing
anyway.
outside of the tavern.
Oh, I thought there was like a raised little bit that we were standing on. So we'll get out of the way.
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
You can get in the tavern or you can go into that alley that you found us and Dios before.
We're going
Yeah,
to
we'll
the
do
alley.
that. Yeah.
Okay, so as you duck into the alley, all of you, you see another stampede. But this time, instead of brightly colored oxen, you see a flock of prismatic colored chickens the size of wagon wheels, half flying, half running in panic around a corner and barreling further down the street you're standing in. And a few, like 1 or 2 ticks later, you see a bunch of youngsters. In red and golden robes running in panic behind them with wands in the ready, casting spells as they go. No! We need to catch them! What do you do?
Be confused by the sight in front of us, I guess.
Yeah. That's. Yes.
It's very weird.
Us, what the hell is going on within this city?
So the guards have not ducked into the alley with you. They are actually busy helping the rest of the citizens in the street, and you've expertly actually made your way out. Us just chuckles, looks around the corner, and he says, that is Song Liuxiong. Yeah. Oh, the alarm, you ask? It's just Song's alarm. She's a powerful sorceress named Song Liushan. And she often does some strange experiments in the Mage's Tower. We're used to her shenanigans. Actually, pick her trash for all of the items that we try to sell. It's all of her failed experiments and things. We've got a pretty good alarm set up here now in the Scholars Ward, and it reaches out to other districts if they ever escape outside of the Scholars Ward. It's normally only code green. I think, yesterday we had an orange, but last week there were just soap bubbles filled with butterflies coming out of her tower. Kept me and Dios busy for hours on end trying to catch them all. Thought they might be worth a pretty penny pinned against a board. Today we've had code orange. Yesterday we've got code orange. And that all normally indicates a potential danger. We'll advise the citizens to clear the streets, take shelter indoors till the alarm passed. If you ask me, I don't know. The oxen weren't all bad, and these chickens are just plain hilarious. Should have seen last year when we've had a code red.
It looks ridiculous.
A little bit, yeah. Seems that her students are trying to catch them, though.
It's
Might be
really
worth a pretty penny if you could go and help.
I think we have some more important things to take care of right now, do we not?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we should find the guy.
I don't want to help.
Money.
I need your help.
We should find the man that has your money. And I think I'm
Well-
going to kick his ass.
I'd rather just maybe throw that riddle of Margrave in his face, or at least at the guards. Right.
Would we not use our connection to the Margrave as
Yeah, that's
a way
what
to? Yeah,
That's what I said. So we're just going to go and talk to these people and actually get this set straight, because I do not like bullies. I really do not like bullies. Right. We should just see. Well, is it like the last time? So now that everything has died down now, or is it still going?
Everything seems to has died down now, and you do see a lot of people chuckling to themselves because the sight was pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, I can imagine it lightens the mood in a city like this.
We really like her. We don't want her to move. She's a good egg, that one.
I
A
guess
little
so.
unstable at times, but what magic isn't, or what mage isn't? She's a caring mage. She makes sure we're well protected against them ravagers in the dividing plains. Ever since she's made her home here, they've steered clear from Westron. Might not be as level-headed as that blonde archmage in Imon, but she's our goal. We're rooting for her.
Good. So, point us to the guy.
To the guy, well, I don't want to go back to the guards unless you want to go back to Barclay with me.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
that guy.
where's your baby?
I was probably thrown into jail with Dios.
At least
I
they're
think-
together.
I think
should-
we should convince whoever dude scam sailed you the store. Baker?
Hector Barclow.
Barclay. Okay. We go to that guy and we convince him with combined pressure to go talk to the guards and tell them it was all a misunderstanding. You can have your store. And Dios and little Eldwina will be
Eldwini.
Eldwina.
But I'm not quite sure. Well, he's a devious, mean, horrible little man.
We're
Why don't you
meaner.
let the authorities take care of it?
We're meaner.
Well, he's got connections.
So do we.
Let's just talk to him. I think
All
we
right.
can be more convincing than you think we can be.
Well, then follow me to the market ward. Well, actually, do you have a cloak or something? And can you carry me like a child?
You're walking with me. If any of the guards.
Let's not make it more of a problem than it already is.
I'll take off my my scarf, which for me is pretty long, so for him it should probably be like a cloak.
He puts it around himself and then rummages around his pockets, finds a pacifier, puts it in his mouth.
No. No.
Daddy!
Just walk with us. Come on.
He goes to Brion.
Just walk with us or get on the outside of my pack. Just pretend you're a pouch.
I can still make him invisible.
Hey, see, that man is thinking, can you make me invisible?
At least you don't have to carry your pouch.
Alright.
Shall I just do that then?
If you want to do
Let's
it.
make him invisible.
Yeah, I'll cast invisibility.
Before he
He
does, I'll take
is-
my scarf back.
Loving it. Absolutely loving it. You, you feel a wind flitting around you as he's walking around. This is amazing.
You can still be heard. Let me remind you of
Many
this.
uses for this.
No.
Yeah, don't abuse it.
No.
You see an apple disappear.
Don't hit anyone.
I will kick you like smack where I see it disappear.
You smack on a table. But you do make it to the market ward. And, okay, 1 second.
Can I take my eyes keep my eyes open for the man?
Yes, certainly.
The man with the brooch or the necklace or whatever, a compass or a watch, pocket watch. I think it was pocket watch. The man with the pocket watch.
Oh, the embellishment.
Westruun is a very thriving city, and as you step into the market ward, you do see that a lot of people are in the process of putting all of the stalls back outside and all that kind of stuff. You see a man with like golden bangles and earrings and beautiful purple flowing robes just standing outside of an amazing large shop with all kinds of goods. It says Gilmore's Glorious Goods on the top of it.
Oh, right.
He's in a discussion with who seems to be his worker. They're doing some sort of things. He says goodbye, walks back inside. You also see another shop that's called Beyond the Veil, specializes in another magical relics and curiosities, and it's an unassuming tent-like exterior. There are a barrage of all kinds of shops, and wedged like a little slice of a building in between two unassuming shops about just general goods and stuff like that. You see a abandoned building that has been boarded up and out of use for quite a while. It looks disgusting, run down, and terrible. And you hear a voice from nowhere say, "Yes, that's it! That is the beautiful building that we wanted to purchase. I think he's still inside, the slimy bastard."
I
And
will.
at that
barge
point,
in.
you see a man just step outside of the building, close the door behind him, and you Lux definitely recognize this man as he looks around and flashes a crooked, yellowed, broken-toothed grin.
I'll try to look like I didn't notice anything.
Do I notice? So you described this man to us previously, right?
Yes.
He did.
So I'm like, is that the guy?
Yes, that's the guy, you hear us say.
Well, that is a good coincidence. I will start walking up to him. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me.
Right behind you.
Yes.
Is this building for sale, perhaps?
It is indeed,
Oh.
actually.
It is. Is he still
Yes.
standing in front of the door?
Yeah, he is.
Has he locked it yet? Did I see him lock it?
He locked it, yes.
Could we possibly have a look inside, maybe? I'm very interested in buying this property.
Make a deception check.
I'm not very good at that. Come on, please.
Come on!
I just want to get him out of sight.
Myself in there.
I just want to get him out of sight. Come on, deception. Ooh, this is gonna be bad, you guys. It's 11. It's not that terrible, but it's still pretty terrible.
Certainly, you can come inside.
Great.
Show you
Well,
around. and he unlocks the door.
Well, after you. No, please, I insist.
I insist.
Of course, then. I will walk in ahead of him.
Your friends as well?
I'll follow.
Oh,
Well, my protection might want to stay outside, and I'll look at Brion. Just for security measures.
I'll
Carrying a
cross
lot of
my
money
arms
around,
and
so...
lean against the door frame.
Sure. Well, let's go inside. And then he just closes the door, steps inside. You're not interested in purchasing.
No, I would like to know why you stole the money from my friend.
Your friend is a goblin.
I will push him against the wall.
Oh.
Now that he is out of sight.
Make a attack roll, please.
Okay. Just straight up strength?
Yes.
With or without proficiency?
Are you proficient in shoving a person against the wall? That's the question.
Well, it's technically a shove attack, so that's, what is that? Just a strength check, I guess? I don't know, I have no idea. 20.
So, that is difficult. So, he expertly evades your shove.
My 20?
Yeah, he rolled a natural 20.
What did I
He
roll?
expertly evades your shove. No, we don't need to get violent right away.
No, I think we do, because you're a Myriad member.
Oh,
And we also have something to discuss with you.
well, I have nothing to discuss with the likes of you. You're violent, stubborn.
Oh.
Why
You
would
haven't
I have a
met.
conversation with you?
Well, you see, I have this little bit of sood.
In the meantime, do I hear raised voices inside?
Yeah, you heard a scuffle quite a lot.
I am going to put my foot in front of the door so that it can't open and see if I can find a spot to look through.
Well, there are a lot of holes in this building, so no problem.
Good. And I'll just peek through, and as soon as this guy makes a move on Alduin,
Yeah.
I'm jumping him. Did he lock the door behind him? Good.
He's just waiting. Looking you in the eye, Alden.
I would think that the clasp would really like to know that you're in this city. Dealing the sood at the Arcanum.
You are in over your head.
Oh, probably. But that's where I like to live.
You have no idea who you are talking to.
No, I don't. Enlighten me.
Nope. Why would I?
I don't know.
I think
See-
your family needs help.
You know, the suit being laced with lycanthropy outbreak over in Thirstfields, possibly
What
in
do you-
Whitestone.
Do you know about this lycanthropy outbreak in the first
Oh,
field?
that we are the ones that have dealt with it at this moment.
So that must you be Alduin, Lux, Xanamin, and that burly woman outside is Brion.
Well, you've got very good information.
Nice to meet you.
actually, yes.
It would be fair to have your name as well, since you know all of our names.
Well, I am Hector Barkle.
So that's...
Well, we kind of already knew that too, actually.
Yep.
yeah,
No,
but I
we did.
thought maybe it wasn't his real name. But
That's
now
true.
it is.
You're well informed.
Yeah. See, you happen to take money from a friend of ours.
I did. That little
Yeah.
goblin is your friend,
He is, and that is actually our money that we gave to him.
is it?
Yes, and I would kind of prefer it if you just give it back to him, or at least just actually let him take this place. and so is Wares.
And do you have more information about what happened in the Turst Fields?
Yeah, we do.
Because my agent who works there is quite pathetic. I could use someone with more information. Though I do not approve of your methods of communicating with me,
Nor
I think
do I
you
approve
are
yours.
useful.
Listen, I don't think you want your suit being tainted by lycanthropy, do you?
No, and I don't
No.
think you would want to have trouble with the Myriad.
I think we all just made bad first impressions.
Certainly. Lux, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You look like a chipper woman. How about this? I give the money and property back to the foul goblin. Let him purchase this property of me. I earn enough in this city anyways. And I invite you all over for tea at my mansion.
You also get his wife and child out of prison.
Certainly. Pedantics.
Tea sounds nice.
How's that sound? And you can leave that one. If he cannot straighten his manners out, he's not invited. But for you, you seem a little bit more mannered. You're invited. Silent one as well.
Well, I do like to keep together, so...
You notice he has like very long, spindly fingers. And despite your very aggressive behavior towards this man, he does not seem in the slightest intimidated by it. Just annoyed.
That's good.
Do you play the guitar?
No. I play many things, and I pull a lot of strings, but not a guitar.
Oh, it's just that you have excellent fingers for it, I would think.
Yes. Thank you.
Made for the strings. Good to know.
How's that sound, Aldwin?
Fine by me.
Good. Excellent. You'll find my manor in the Opal Ward. I will see you this evening. How does that sound?
I think that'll be fine.
Yeah?
Excellent. Then, I will take a jauntily morning walk towards the Margrave. Tell them about this terrible misunderstanding. But if I do not like what I hear tonight, maybe it won't be a misunderstanding at all. Maybe something else will befall the poor little baby. And he opens the door with his spindly fingers, creaks it open. So,
Do I
Thank you
feel
for your-
like you would actually harm the baby?
sorry, what did you say?
Do I feel like you would actually harm the baby?
Make an insight check.
Yeah.
This man is incredibly difficult to read. But there's this extremely unsettling feeling that creeps over the back of your spine just a moment.
Well, a lot of mixed messages. See you tonight for tea. And
See
I
you
start
tonight for
walking
tea.
out.
So he steps out. Oh, yes, of course. And he ticks onto the side of the wall. There's like a ripple that goes away. And all of the goods of us that you had seen in the alley of the tavern suddenly appear in this room inside. There's his property. There you go.
Ooh, how did you do that?
Make an Arcana check. Xanamin, you can also make one if you'd like.
Yes, please.
Can I as well? I am also proficient at the magic.
No, it's like too slow. Let me see. Xanamin, you have difficulty thinking of the spell that he might have used. You know it's an illusion, and it had already been there. You cannot name the exact spell, but you know it's the illusion school. You seem very deep in thought as you're thinking about it. And it takes you quite a while to even come up with that.
While we are doing this, what is us doing? Because he's been incorrect. He's been awfully silent.
He's invisible, so.
Yeah, but he's not silenced. He's invisible.
Make a perception check. And since you know he must be somewhere, give you advantage if you were looking for it, because you were quiet during the entire conversation.
Yeah. Waste of advantage.
You have no idea. Nothing.
Was he with
Here?
me?
We don't know.
You guys were inside, so can I check if I saw him outside?
Well, you
You
can't
can-
see him.
Make a perception check. You're sure he's not outside?
Good.
So he steps out of the home and walks with a very casual step towards the street again. Looks over his shoulder. Gives a very pointed look to each and every one of you. And continues on his way.
If Alduin had glasses, he'll be looking over them.
Yeah. I kind of want to drop my concentration because
That guy was stuck up. Ugh.
I don't really
going
like him.
for tea with him tonight.
I'm afraid we'll have to.
He takes something from me, I take something from him!
Oh no,
hear
what did
that
you
voice.
do?
You hear a voice just to the side of the door.
Do we see an item floating?
No, everything's
No, it's
invisible
invisible.
on him.
I'll
Cinnamon.
drop concentration there.
You
Yeah.
see us standing there with a very expensive pocket watch. Proud!
You know what it is, right?
Yeah, it's a pocket watch. And it works.
Yes. The thing is that the symbol on it,
Yeah, it's an actual ruby. And you see him like tick on it.
symbol of the Myriad criminal organization.
Yeah.
I knew he was a criminal. He's got many apartments throughout the city. Keeps all kinds of girls in there. It's my boys.
Can I see that for a second?
Yes.
And I want to know if it
It's
actually
mine,
shows.
though.
I want to see if it actually shows time
Okay, yeah, have a look at it.
instinctively. What do you want me to roll?
You can open it up and
Yeah,
look
I
at
would
it.
like to open it up and look at it.
And it shows the time.
Right.
If you want to investigate further, tell me how or what you would like to try to investigate on it.
Did you get that identify spell yet?
No, I did not. No. I did not.
So Sorry.
No.
As you hold it in your hand, there's a
Yeah.
tingling through your hand. Like your very skin is reacting to the magic inside.
So I know it's magic of some kind.
Yeah, it's like some things resonate with you, and like sometimes you're focusing really hard on an object. It's almost like a zing you hear in your ears because you're magic yourself. It's like when Harry Potter is close by a.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a magic item of some kind, but I couldn't identify it right now. I have no way to know what kind of magic item this is.
Have you tried clicking buttons?
Are there any buttons on it? Except for a winding mechanism and...
So the winding mechanism on this, which you can also click in if you want.
Let's maybe not mess around with the magic item that belongs to the clearly very dangerous member of a criminal organization.
Yeah. Not a low member of a criminal organization, probably.
Apparently not. This was a possibly dangerous move. I am not one to talk for literally shoving the man, but...
Well, remember
I
that
thought we were just gonna gang up on him, and when you shoved him against the wall and he slid past by, it was very distractive, so I was like, what? It's great.
Remember that we had to figure out what to do next? I think we kind of made a choice.
Yeah.
I think we did kind of made a choice. Us, by the way, if Dios returns,
When Dios returns.
when Dios returns, right? Could you? I mean, I think she's going to be right here, but could you ask something for me?
Yeah.
She's a jeweler, right?
Yeah, she is.
Could she fix me up?
Anything you want.
I would like a golden ring for my.
Just bring the gold. We'll make your ring.
Could she make it from coins?
Yeah, we'll just melt it down. Well, don't tell them we've melted it down. That's actually illegal. But,
And how much would something like that cost me?
for you, for free.
Good. Could she fix it up with maybe a little wolf head ornament?
Don't know, you have to ask her.
Okay.
Maybe we should just come back here tomorrow when she's
So, I'm
back.
feeling good about this, guys.
As I give the pocket watch back to our little friend here, I think you should hide this somewhere and not keep it on you.
Alright, can I hide it in your pocket?
Well, no.
Well, you kind of make
Hide
me
it.
well, after telling you this, I'm like pinching my bum cheeks right now, not wanting to know what this dude, I don't know. I thought it was
could
just a
also-
landlord.
You know,
I-
just take it back to the guy and tell
Yeah.
him about it.
I have an idea. Like you dropped this when I shoved you by when I attempted to shove you by accident. It's easy to.
Excellent idea. Here
that.
you go.
Right.
Yeah.
He's scared shitless.
His sphincter is closing tightly right now. You hear
Like
like a
when-
little.
When like these two for him large people who look very impressive tell you like this is dangerous.
Yeah.
Let's see, what was his name again? Hector's pocket watch. I don't know, whatever. There we go. Okay. Okay, so I don't want to be that guy, but it is kind of time. So
It is, yes. I just wanted to close it down
Yeah, no,
a
go
little
for it.
bit. So, as to say, So, I'll just be waiting until Dios returns. Like, if you want to stay a little bit longer in the city, you're more than welcome to sleep in our shop, house, home thing. We just need to fix it up a little, but we'll do that today. Otherwise, you have the rest of the day to yourself to do whatever you want until you have to have tea with the creepy man that I just stole a pocket watch from. He was a landlord of many of the apartments in this city.
Guys, how about we maybe make cleaning up this shop a group effort for a little while?
Yeah, we could definitely do that.
If you guys don't
So-
mind.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's where we'll
Sure.
end the session.
Great.
There we go.
You do see, like, at the end, as you say, we're gonna clean the shop up a little bit. You see, like, a huge chicken, multicolored, just walking through the street.
Not through the
I
shop.
just jump through the house, yeah.
No. Just through the street.
And then there's a wizard that also jumps through the window running after it.
That's about it.
Okay, well, thank you all for joining. Thank you all for watching. We will be back. Yeah. We will be back in 2 weeks, I think. We'll just have to check because we don't have that planned yet. We should do that right in a moment. And yeah, thanks for joining. There should be some content next week somewhere
I wonder
around
what the
days.
title of this episode should be, like Chaos Reigns or something, or...
You know, Alduin is a chaotic good character, so it is on brand. Yeah, Chaos Reigns, I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Maybe chat can tell us. That's,
We will see when it gets posted to YouTube eventually in like 3 months, but we'll see.
yeah.
Okay.
Chaos did rain.
Thank you all for joining. We'll see you all next time.
Bye-bye!
Bye.
Bye.